Greetings, quiet warriors. Have you ever felt that quiet pull inside you, the one that makes you wish the person you love could truly see your worth without you having to explain it, prove it, or beg for it? It's something almost everyone experiences at some point. Deep down, we all want to be understood, valued, and recognized for who we genuinely are. Not for the noise we make, not for the attention we demand, but for the quiet strength we carry inside. And yet, in relationships, it often feels like the more we try to show our worth with words, the more those words fade into the background. But imagine for a moment that your actions carried a different kind of power, one that doesn't shout, but speaks. One that doesn't push, but guides. One that doesn't chase, force, or beg, but gently reveals your true value through calm, steady behavior that cannot be ignored. Picture every connection you have as a journey, and you are not running after acceptance. You are simply walking with assurance, holding your own map, knowing exactly who you are and what you bring. The treasures within you are not buried out of fear, they are preserved out of wisdom. Today, we're going to explore 9 silent actions that show your loved one exactly who you are, without needing to say anything. These are actions rooted in ancient Stoic philosophy, principles that have guided people toward inner power for centuries. And when you apply them, not only will the people around you feel your strength, but you will begin to feel it in every part of your life. Because showing your worth isn't about being louder, it's about being truer. So take a breath. Settle into yourself. Let your mind settle the way still water reflects the sky. These lessons are not loud or dramatic. They are gentle, deep, and transformative. They're the kind of things that reshape how others see you, and how you see yourself. Subscribe to the channel and let's begin. Lesson 1. Understanding your silent worth. In relationships, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing your value depends on how much someone notices you, praises you, or chooses you. But the Stoics saw value differently. They believed your worth is something that exists quietly inside you, shaped by your character, your choices, and your virtues, not by anyone else's approval. And that's incredibly freeing. Imagine you are a rare, polished stone resting in the earth. Someone walking by may not recognize what you are. Another person might notice you but not understand your true quality. Someone else may stop and admire you. But none of these reactions change the stone itself. It remains valuable, rare, and unique whether others see it or not. That is what your worth is like. You don't become more valuable because someone appreciates you. And you don't become less valuable because someone fails to. We've all felt overlooked before. Maybe someone you cared for didn't see your loyalty. Maybe someone took advantage of your kindness. Maybe you gave your best and received the bare minimum in return. When that happens, it's natural to question yourself. But here's where Stoic wisdom becomes powerful. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." When you control how you see yourself, you take back your power. Your worth isn't measured by how loudly you defend it. It reveals itself when you stop arguing for it. When you begin to recognize your own virtues, your compassion, your honesty, your patience, your resilience, you shift the dynamic of every relationship. You no longer compete for love. You no longer lower yourself to be chosen. You show up with quiet confidence. And that confidence becomes something others cannot ignore. So the next time you feel undervalued, pause. Instead of begging for recognition, remind yourself of your inner qualities. Ask yourself, what do I bring naturally? What makes me steady, loyal, thoughtful, or brave? These are the anchors of your worth. And once you see them clearly, your behavior begins to change. You stop accepting treatment that contradicts your value. You stop giving your energy to people who don't appreciate it. And you stop placing your self-esteem in anyone else's hands. Your worth becomes silent, steady, unshakable. It's not something you say, it's something you embody. And trust me, people can feel it. Lesson 2. Present yourself with quiet dignity. There is something deeply powerful about a person who doesn't need to perform to be noticed. Someone who doesn't change their personality, style, or interests just to gain someone else's approval. In a world where people chase external validation, quiet dignity becomes magnetic. Stoicism doesn't tell you to hide who you are. It encourages you to be fully yourself, with clarity, respect, and restraint. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly." And dignity is the result of many small decisions made daily. Think of two people entering a room. One tries very hard to be liked, adjusting their behavior based on who is watching, exaggerating stories, trying to impress. The other walks in calmly. They are comfortable in their own body. They speak honestly. They carry themselves with ease, not arrogance. They don't demand attention, but somehow, they receive it. Who do people remember more? Always the one who is authentic. Presenting yourself with dignity in a relationship isn't about dressing a certain way or acting stiff. It's about being deeply comfortable with your identity. If you like reading, you read. If you enjoy quiet nights, you choose them without shame. If you have standards, you hold them. When you treat yourself with respect, through your choices, your appearance, your boundaries, and your behavior, you quietly teach others how to treat you. Your energy becomes calm, collected, grounded. And people feel that. Dignity is also how you respond. When you're disrespected, do you explode? Or do you maintain composure? Seneca once wrote, "He who is brave is free." And one of the bravest things you can do is stay true to yourself even when someone else tries to shake you. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to play a role. Your dignity becomes your silent language. It communicates, "I know who I am, and I'm not afraid to stand alone if I must." That kind of presence makes people take you seriously, even without a single word. Lesson 3. Let your silence speak through your actions. We often think actions only mean big gestures, gifts, declarations, dramatic efforts. But Stoic actions are subtle, intentional, and powerful. They reveal your worth through the smallest signals. We live in a world of constant noise. People overshare their feelings. They text non-stop. They post every detail online. But genuine value often shows up in quiet ways. Your tone. Your posture. Your availability. Your priorities. These things speak louder than your words ever can. When you're always available, people stop appreciating your presence. When you give everything too quickly, they assume it will always be easy. When you rush to explain yourself, they take your transparency for granted. But when you move with patience and intention, when your presence is steady but not overeager, when you reveal yourself slowly instead of pouring everything out at once, you create space for respect, curiosity, and admiration. Silent action number 1, protect your time. If you treat your time as valuable, others begin to treat it that way too. Not because you said it, but because you showed it. Silent action number 2, manage your energy. You don't react to every message right away. You don't drop your life the second someone calls. You don't chase attention. You stay present when you're physically with someone, but when you're not, you remain grounded in your own life. Silent action number 3, carry emotional self-control. You don't get dragged into every emotional storm. You don't collapse under pressure. You don't give away your peace cheaply. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." When you live by that, you become a pillar, not a wave. Your silence becomes a form of strength. Not cold. Not distant. Just steady. You are not hiding yourself. You are pacing yourself. You are showing the person you love that you have depth, something they must discover, not consume instantly. And the more measured you are, the more others want to understand you. It's human nature, the things we can't instantly grasp become the things we value most. Lesson 4. Be ready to walk away when necessary. This is one of the most powerful silent actions you can ever display. Not because it's dramatic, but because it shows deep self-respect. Walking away isn't about punishing someone. It's about recognizing when a situation no longer matches your values, your dignity, or your inner peace. Stoics believe that freedom comes from knowing what we can and cannot control. You cannot control how someone treats you. You cannot control how much effort they choose to bring. But you can control whether you stay in a place that harms you. And when you are ready to walk away, not out of anger, but clarity, you show your true worth without saying a thing. We've all stayed too long before, hoping things would get better, convincing ourselves to settle, holding on because we fear losing the person. But staying when your heart is breaking only teaches others that you will accept less than you deserve. Stoic strength is quiet. It isn't reactive. It isn't loud. When you realize something is draining you, disrespecting you, or diminishing your spirit, your silent dignity becomes a message all on its own. When you walk away, you communicate. My peace matters. My standards matter. My value isn't tied to anyone's presence. It's not easy. But the moment you are willing to leave what hurts you, you make space for what heals you. And even if the person realizes too late what you were worth, they will remember the moment you chose yourself. Walking away doesn't close your heart. It protects it. And nothing shows your worth more clearly than that. Lesson 5. Set your boundaries quietly. One of the most revealing silent actions you can take is holding your boundaries without shouting them, without arguing, without trying to force someone to respect them. Instead, you simply live them. Stoics believe that your actions should align with your principles. They taught that virtue is something demonstrated, not spoken endlessly about. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." And this applies beautifully to relationships. It's easy to say, "I don't accept disrespect," or "I won't tolerate inconsistency," or "I refuse dishonesty." But the real strength shows when someone crosses that line, and you respond, not with loud warnings, but with calm, firm action. You distance yourself. You stop giving the same access. You protect your peace before you protect the connection. That silence, it speaks louder than any argument ever could. Boundaries don't have to be confrontational. They don't have to be presented like ultimatums. They are simply the rules you live by, rules that tell others who you are and what you value. For example, if someone cancels plans repeatedly, you stop rearranging your schedule. If someone lies, you become more reserved with your trust. If someone talks down to you, you stop entertaining conversations that wound your spirit. This isn't revenge. It's alignment. Quiet boundaries also show emotional maturity. You don't nag, complain, or lecture. You don't try to force someone to treat you better. Instead, you show them, through your consistent behavior, that your dignity isn't negotiable. And when someone sees that you will not stay in the places that hurt you, your presence becomes something they can no longer take lightly. People respect what you protect. They value what you value. They treat you the way you treat yourself. Silent boundaries communicate. I won't fight for attention. I won't beg for respect. I won't argue for consideration. You will simply feel the difference when you cross my lines. And that difference changes everything. Lesson 6. Let your actions outweigh your promises. In relationships, words are easy. People can promise effort, love, consistency, honesty, and change. But promises without follow-through are just illusions. Stoicism teaches us to see life as it is, not as we wish it to be, and that means watching what people do rather than listening endlessly to what they say. Marcus Aurelius said, "Your actions are your character." And your actions, more than anything you could ever say, reveal your worth. Silent action means you don't brag about your loyalty, you simply remain loyal. You don't announce your intentions, you show them. You don't make dramatic declarations, you practice quiet consistency. This creates a contrast people can feel. When your behavior matches your words, your presence becomes trustworthy. Your relationships become grounded. Your partner feels safe, not because you convinced them, but because your energy is steady and real. And it works both ways. You also learn to observe the actions of others. If someone says they care but never makes the time, that speaks louder than the words. If someone calls you important but treats you like an afterthought, their actions reveal the truth. If someone talks about a future with you but takes no steps toward you, that silence is the answer. The Stoic in you doesn't get angry. You simply see things clearly. You don't force reality to match your desires. You let the truth stand where it stands, and you respond accordingly. You act in alignment instead of reacting in desperation. And when people realize you judge them by their actions, not their charm, not their promises, they understand they cannot manipulate your emotions easily. You become someone who requires sincerity, effort, consistency, and real presence. Not because you demanded it, but because your standards silently filter out anything less. Lesson 7. Carry a quiet sense of healthy skepticism. This silent action isn't about being cold or paranoid. It's about being wise. Healthy skepticism means you don't immediately believe everything you hear. You don't get swept away by early attention. You don't rush to form attachments. You allow time, patterns, and actions to reveal the truth. Stoics advised staying grounded in reason, not fantasies. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." And this is especially true in love. Sometimes we create an image of someone in our minds, a version we want them to be, before truly seeing who they are. Healthy skepticism protects your heart from running ahead of reality. When someone speaks sweetly, you appreciate it, but you watch what follows. When someone shows interest, you welcome it, but you observe the consistency. When someone promises growth, you give space, but you look for effort. This quiet evaluation is powerful. It keeps you balanced. It keeps you whole. You're not cold, you're composed. You're not distrustful, you're discerning. You're not closed off, you're simply not easy to deceive. People feel this. They sense that you are not swayed by sweet words alone. They understand that if they want a place in your life, they must be genuine. They must be steady. They must be real. Your calm skepticism makes your love meaningful, not impulsive. It makes your interest valuable, not cheap. It makes your presence earned, not assumed. And because you don't give your heart away recklessly, your worth becomes undeniable. You don't have to tell someone they need to prove themselves, they simply feel it through how you carry yourself. Lesson 8. Say no without fear. One of the quietest yet most powerful actions you can take in a relationship is the ability to say no when something doesn't feel right. Not in anger. Not in fear. But from a place of inner strength. Stoics believe that true freedom comes from acting according to your values rather than your fears. Epictetus said, "No person is free who is not master of themselves." And saying no is one of the clearest expressions of mastery. Many people agree to things they don't want, just to avoid conflict. They accept treatment that hurts them because they fear losing the person. They let red flags slide because they hope things will magically improve. But when you say no calmly, firmly, and without apology, you reveal a deep truth about yourself. You value your well-being more than temporary comfort. Imagine you're with someone you care about, but they push you towards something that goes against your principles. Maybe it's moving faster than you're ready for. Maybe it's ignoring your emotional needs. Maybe it's asking you to accept something that feels wrong. When you quietly say no, without drama, you are not rejecting them. You are protecting you. This silent action changes how others see you. It shows that you cannot be pressured. You cannot be guilt-tripped. You cannot be manipulated by affection. Your love is strong, but your boundaries are stronger. If someone threatens to walk away because you stood up for yourself, that only reveals their intentions. If your no scares them off, they were not aligned with you to begin with. And here's the twist, people admire those who can say no. It shows maturity. It shows clarity. It shows self-respect. When you are capable of saying no to behaviors that hurt you, you silently communicate the kind of relationship you expect, a relationship built on mutual respect, not fear. Lesson 9. Never chase, value yourself instead. This is one of the strongest silent actions you can ever take. Because the moment you stop chasing, everything shifts. Stoics believed you should never cling to what you cannot control. And one thing you can never control is another person's desire. You cannot force someone to choose you. You cannot drag someone into loving you. But you can control how you respond. When you stop chasing someone who is pulling away, you send a message. My heart is open, but my dignity is intact. My love is real, but not desperate. I want connection, but I won't lose myself to keep it. Chasing diminishes you. It tells someone, my worth depends on you. Pulling back tells them, my worth depends on me. Imagine someone begins to withdraw. Most people panic. They send long messages. They beg. They try to win back attention. But the silent, stoic response is different. You step back. You let the distance speak. You allow the situation to reveal itself. If the person values you, they return. If not, they drift, and your silence protects your heart from running after someone who does not see your worth. That quiet restraint is powerful. It shows that your value is not measured by another's recognition. And this is the moment when many people suddenly realize what you were worth all along, the exact moment you stopped pushing. Never chasing doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop sacrificing your dignity for reciprocation. It means you choose presence, not pursuit. It means you choose self-worth over fear. And the moment you choose yourself, you attract connections built on genuine interest, not convenience. As this journey comes to a close, hold on to one truth. Your worth is not something you prove, it is something you embody. Every silent action you take reveals who you are. When you carry yourself with dignity, when your boundaries are firm, when your actions align with your values, when your heart is steady, when your peace matters, your presence becomes powerful. You begin to walk through life with quiet confidence. You begin to love without losing yourself. You begin to build relationships rooted in respect, clarity, and sincerity. And if you ever forget your strength, remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius: the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Think of yourself as worthy, steady, and whole, and your behavior will follow. And if you want to go deeper into these lessons, if you want to keep building this unshakable inner strength, take a moment to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you won't miss any of our videos. This is Stoic Quiet Strength, Power in Silence.